Harbor Freight shears are putting in work. I got the Firewall cut. That is the aluminum portion. It is not where it's gonna stay. I just kind of have a resting in there. Same with the sides. But that's it. I am gonna put the kind of rainbow on top there, going from the side right there, and then the side right there. That's where it's gonna be down, and then it's gonna be kind of bowed up a little bit. And yeah, that's it. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm using chipboard on the other side of that, and I was trying to keep it in there and trace my lines of where I need to cut the chipboard at, and these sides kept moving around. Turned out pretty good. I'm not sure again if I'm gonna rivet it or riv nut it. Obviously the benefits to riveting is it's not gonna vibrate loose. With a bunch of little, maybe like M5 button head bolts, it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to keep them tight. And that just kind of adds to what I have to nut and bolt every single event. And I don't know if I want to deal with that, but it would be nice to be able to remove. But once this is bead rolled and officially in, I can start mounting my recovery tank, expansion tank. We're gonna have that to mount as well. And once that's mounted, I can start ordering fittings and routing my lines, putting like a bulkhead, maybe like right in the middle of it. Well, I don't know, because I don't know if I have to cut the floor yet for the quick change. I'm still waiting on my subframe to get back from the blaster. But yeah, that's it. I think it turned out pretty good. All right, so we have the rear firewall sides tacked in over here and right there. And I still need to stitch this up a little bit more. This is where I want the middle section to go. Right now what I'm gonna work on is kind of making this curved, just so it kind of contours to where the stock glass would be. Here it is from the inside. Yeah, we're plugging away at it. I can't really remember where I left off in the last video, but we have the strut brace. These plates are from NerpTech. They're for the strut reinforcement. I went ahead and welded them in. And yeah, we're making progress. Alright, so I just made the cut. I'm putting some of this weather stripping on it right here. It's kind of cool. It has kind of like a bulb that the poly is gonna squish down on to seal it. Because I just plan on having it compressed right there. Yeah, here it is. This is making it kind of not look very straight, but I'm happy with that bow, how it turned out. I think it looks good. Again, that stuff's kind of wavy, so it makes it look like it's not very straight. But yeah, the polycarbonate will squish that down and make it level. But I'm very happy with that. I plan on sending this piece to my buddy Cole. He has somebody that does bead rolling. I'm gonna get maybe like 3 triangles in it to sturdy it up a little bit. And then I can start drilling my holes, mounting it up, and riv nutting it. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna have this plate, this middle piece on this side or this side. I would really like to have it on this side because I want the riv nuts to go into the steel, and then the bolts go through, drill holes in the aluminum. That way I feel like this is a lot sturdier, especially for riv nuts. a lot of vibrations and stuff, but I can put it pretty much either way. That's kind of how I made it. And also a big thing for me is being able to access all the bolts. I don't want to try to be getting them inside the car. That would suck, because with the seats in there in the cage, getting to those is just not easy. I don't really plan on taking it out very frequently, but who knows? You know, I'm not really 100% sure how that's gonna go. But here it is from the side. Again, it's a little wavy with the weather stripping on it, but I think that's gonna sit really well with the concave of the polycarbonate. Alright, we're switching gears here a little bit. Just kind of have an update on the quick change subframe from FDF. I have my fabrication guy, Francisco, from Alvarez Performance and Fabrication. He is currently welding up the subframe. I'll enter a clip in here. Looks amazing. Shout out to FDF for making a good kit. But right now, this is where we're at with the Firewall. I have that bottom section removed because I want to get the mill scale off of it. Remove the aluminum exhaust and just remove the factory drive shaft over here. Right there. Don't mind that cat. So, what we're going to be doing today, or the next kind of installment here, is taking the differential out, taking the subframe out, and then kind of prepping the quick change subframe for installation. So I'm going to transfer over my my bushings, all aluminum inserts. I have not ran reinforcement plates on this chassis in the last, I think I've been drifting it for like 9-10 years now. Six of those years were at over 500 wheel horsepower. So I'm very surprised that the subframe has not ripped out of the chassis yet. But anyways, we're going to be welding those in. I can't find them right now. But either way, I got the reinforcement plates from NerpTech. They are an awesome, Chaz is an awesome guy over there. I'm really happy to be working with him. So we are going to be cleaning the floor, welding those reinforcement plates in, and then I should be picking up the subframe today from Francisco, the fabricator, and then I'll be sending it over for powder coat. And then once that's powder coated, then I can swap over the bushings and install it. So I'm really excited about that. Right now, I have a Winters 35 spline quick change. I'm waiting for the SpeedTech unit to come in. I really wanted to get all this stuff done before the SpeedTech unit arrives, which might be, I think, February. And right now it's like early December. So I can't really wait that long. But yeah, so once I have that in, I can make sure that all this clears, and then I can start boxing in the rear floor here, because I'm not 100% sure if I cut out enough for it, but we are going to find out. So that's where we're at right now. Unfortunately, I'm still really not filming as I go. I guess I'll take a couple breaks and I'll try to explain what I'm doing at that time during the subframe removal. I'm leaving the trailing arms in, I'm leaving the control arms in, just to kind of make it as quick as possible. I know it's a lot easier dropping the entire rear down, but I'm not trying to do that right now. I don't have to refresh anything. I have the NerpTech arms that I'll show you guys underneath there, and yeah, I'm excited. All right, 10 minutes later, we are here. So time to pull the rest of this and just keep going. All right, and another 10 minutes later, got the subframe out. Let's see, it's filthy. All right, I am making a mess. I am filthy, but I have the Nerptech reinforcement plates. Beautiful pieces. Not really sure how thick they are, but fit up in there perfectly. And we have everything ground down for them. Over there, over here. Yeah, we're gonna get to work on welding those in. Alright, I'll be putting the winner's quick change in. Right now I have the FDF subframe installed. My fabrication guy, Francisco, welded it all up. I'm sure I answered a clip in somewhere in the video. My buddy Dom powder coated the subframe ink black, and I went ahead and got it fitted in there, and it's time to put the subframe in and see how it fits. I'm kind of thinking that it's going to hit the floor, but fingers crossed. Just barely touching the floor. I think like right there. I think it's honestly thin enough that it's really not going to matter. I'm not really worried about any NVH, but here it is. That is the Rad Industries 35 spline quick change. I am super stoked on it. Got the AKG aluminum subframe bushings. Also, don't mind all this mess. I have not cleaned anything from fabricating. I plan on bringing the car to my work, putting it up on the lift, and just degreasing everything and cleaning it before it goes to paint. But yeah, that's it. I am super excited about that. You know, Francisco knocked out of the park. That is Alvarez Performance and Fabrication, and Dom from, I believe it's Rose Performance. He does all my powder coating for me. So if you're ever in or located in southern Wisconsin, hit those guys up. Awesome stuff. All right, I'm gonna get this buttoned up, and hopefully we have everything put together, because I want to start mounting the radiator. So I think I figured out a way to mount the radiator, and how I want to do some down bars right here to kind of support this rear structure, and I want to build the radiator mounts off of that. So we'll see how that goes, but I think I'm gonna box this in right here, and yeah, we'll go from there. I couldn't leave good enough alone. I did not like how the top of the quick change was hitting the floor, especially because I want to make a breather slash fill from this plug. So I went ahead and I cut the floor. Let me tell you that this floor sucks to weld on. It is paper thin and it just spits and spatters, but I was able to kind of stitch it all in, both sides. Not the prettiest, obviously, I'm not a fabricator. But yeah, that way I'm able to clear this hump right here, and I'm able to use that as a fill slash breather. My plan for that is to use my old catch can sitting back there. I'm going to use that as well, that's the plan right now. I might buy something different, but I'm trying to save some money here. But yeah, that is that cut, and those are welded. I'm gonna attempt to box these in right now, and I don't want to weld the top on this yet, because I want to put the quick change up in there and see how much clearance I have, if I need to cut more, or if I'm good right there. All right, that was probably the hardest part of this whole endeavor here. I had to box off this subframe. Where I had to cut for the subframe, I had to box this in right here and right here, and I boxed these little corners in right there and right there. That was probably the most challenging part, just trying to form this steel to fit there. I mean, it's not symmetrical. That kind of sucks because I like symmetry, but honestly, it turned out pretty good. I'm actually really proud of myself for that, because I was honestly thinking about leaving it open, and I'm really happy I did. I think it's going to look pretty decent when it's all painted. So that's kind of what I got done tonight. Alright, this is where we are at right now. I got that cover, or that hump, all welded in for the quick change. I got my vent line in there, and we're gonna weld in this rear structure portion so I can mount my radiator. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and weld that in right now. structure is officially done. Got the supports welded up. Little side view of those, just to help brace it a little more. And this main structure is all welded in. It turned out exactly how I imagined it. And next is going to be fitting up the radiator and welding the mounts in for that.